Nice. That looks pretty good. All right.
And we're back here at the Cozy Show.
And we're back.
We're here with the co-host, Chris Mariscal, and your other co-host, Jaime Reynolds.
You think I just can't introduce myself, huh?
Oh, well, yeah. No.
All right. Well.
All right. Well, Chris wanted to start off with a bang here.
All right. It is today is Tuesday, February 6th, 2024.
Yeah.
A
The
day
United
that
States
will
declared war.
a day that will live on in infamy.
Tom Keith died.
If I do say so myself. Now, you ask anybody from the last, 20 years who's been alive. Drake. The name Drake. Instantly. R&B rap legend.
Yeah.
Will go down forever in history. You ever wonder what his penis looks like?
No. Yes.
Dude, the podcast current event gods knew that we were potting today.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I looked at my phone this morning and dude.
Right there in your face?
Right there.
What do you mean? You
right
got
there
it?
slapping it around. No, I was on Instagram and I saw people talking about it.
Dude, that's great. Great for business.
It's so fucked, right?
A podcast is all around the world worshiping the media gods.
Here he is. Exposed. It's all out there.
He's having it.
It's all out there.
He's scared.
And then here we are, so excited to look at it and talk about it. But I feel like since it's Drake, it makes me feel less bad.
Well, I mean, because he's a billionaire.
Exactly. Money makes everything better.
Yeah,
I feel like if it was somebody like we knew, I'd feel so bad.
Oh, yeah.
And I
well, you've done it.
I would never time. Well, I've done it.
And you felt not so great.
Dude, I was thinking about it like a week ago. I was just like, holy shit. Like, that's so bad that I
Twice.
did that. Twice?
Did you do it twice? You only did it once.
I got exposed in high school.
Oh, no. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I exposed myself. Go back to episode 4 of the pod if you want to hear about that.
Just do a quick synopsis.
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve. I think we were like 21 years old or something. Maybe even younger. I don't know.
Or 20 probably.
But we were nice and boozed up. It was like 4 a.m. And I was recording myself.
Can't do those anymore.
What?
Just staying up till 4? Like,
Dude,
when have we done that?
Or getting that faded.
We're so dumb.
And just being fine the next
so
day.
weak.
I know, dude.
Like, Jesus, live a little.
Times are changing, man. I'm almost halfway through my 20s.
Yeah, halfway through life.
Have you thought about that?
Yeah, he's 24.
You're still like 22, 23.
23?
How's 23 feel?
Yeah.
Jordan year?
Pre-diabetic, so.
Fuck.
I put that in my bio, by the way.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's perfect.
No, let me see. Are you fucking with me? Start the stopwatch, too.
I did.
Okay.
Thank you.
No way. Pre-diabetic.
I think that's perfect.
That's so good. Are you going to keep it?
Yeah, probably for a while.
Dude, that's pretty good.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, my God.
It's hilarious to make fun of your own symptoms.
Dude, I would be dropping that all the time if I was
Seriously.
you. All the time. Have you done anything to, remedy that?
I've just been a little bit more...
Wait, let's talk about it later. Let me just
let's
this,
get
and we'll
back to
that.
Drake.
Okay. Well, let's finish my story because this is my podcast and it's about me after
Okay.
all. Yeah, I was super drunk. I filmed myself taking my pants down. It's like a minute-long Snapchat story. I know what you're thinking, Snapchat. But back then, Snapchat was popping,
Can't tell by the stocks now, but...
Yeah. And I had, the fattest bush at the time, which by the way, have you seen my bush right now?
No.
Dude.
Bad?
Gnarly.
Oh, because Lindsay likes it.
Do you want to see it?
No.
Come on.
All right. Just grosses me out. Oh. I gotta
make sure to mark that.
censor this. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Lindsay loves it, dude, so I've been growing it out. Dude, it's so gnarly.
Oh, Jesus. Ew. Ew. It's like straight, so
Look at the balls.
Oh, God.
I shaved my butthole, though, and my gooch because that thing's been getting ate.
It's like it's funny because the way his pubes are, it's like his pubes are following his dick. So it's like the same direction.
It's like those little fish that swim on the side of sharks.
Yeah, literally.
You just keep
and
it
at
company.
one point, he's going to get longer than it. Well, it doesn't take much.
Hey.
But
it's not looking real good right now.
Oh, man.
Oh,
so what are you going to do?
God. There's going to be a lot of dick stuff in this episode, you guys. I'm sorry.
True, seriously.
But
Drake.
while we're on the topic of mine, though.
Okay, so let me see it because that's really
Dude,
what
look
everyone's
at this
trying to-
picture.
Okay, wait.
Look
I got to
at this
guess. Let me guess.
Look at this picture that Lindsay took of mine. I have to show you. It looks so good. Hold on, wait.
Tilt it this way.
You're right.
I don't want to add sense to this.
Okay, look at this.
Oh, wow.
My cock.
Oh,
That's pretty
wow.
good, huh?
Damn.
That was after
The art of illusion.
I had ejaculated.
And it was still like that?
Illusion? Yeah, it was hard. I wanted to go again.
Is that a 0.5?
No.
Really?
Right? I think it's the bottom angle. I mean, you know.
Dude, it looks like it's as big as your stomach.
And then, do you ever think about when you're receiving, you know, some kind of like hand or mouth play?
Yeah.
And your legs are spread and your leg on your back? Do you ever think about how, like, the girl could see your butt cheeks?
Oh, yeah.
The bottom of your butt? Isn't that like the worst thing to imagine is them seeing that?
Let me see.
Look at this.
Ew. Ew, you look so gross and white and old. Why do you look old? Why does this area look old?
I think it's because of the bush.
Oh my god, that's
And I've gained
hideous.
a couple pounds.
You know?
What? Yeah, why is your thigh like that?
Dude, does your butt have cellulite on it?
Huh?
God.
I don't know, man.
Look
I
at-
don't have
look
an
at that
ass, so I
penis.
don't think I do.
Does your...
No, but nothing at all? Like when you look at your butt in the mirror, there's no like holes?
I can't even tell because I don't look at
Mine
it.
has a lot of cellulite. It always has. Like if I would flex my butt cheeks even a little bit, cellulite.
We'll check after it.
I think I just have a fat ass.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's
a
what
fat
happens.
ass prob. You know? So basically, yeah, you guys exposed myself. Let's get to the real fucking deal.
Let's get to
The real deal here.
We're 8 minutes in. Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Okay, let me guess.
Yeah, okay. Guess what you think it looks like.
Okay.
Drake's pretty stocky now, you know?
Okay.
Like he's thick.
Okay, don't give me hints here.
I'm just describing him.
Okay, you're right.
He's a thick guy, you know? He's filled out.
Circumcised. Okay.
Okay.
Slightly hairy pubes. Nothing crazy, but like it's not clean shaven. That's for
I'm
sure.
going to give you a hint. You're looking at it from the angle I just showed you. So
Oh.
it's his bottom. Like if you were filming me with my legs spread, it's that angle.
Is this pushing it?
Yes.
It's not AI.
He's filming himself in the mirror.
Stroking it or something.
Yeah. And slapping it around a little bit.
Okay, if we slapping it.
Not really slapping it, but just flopping it around, you know? Just like,
I think it's light skinned.
okay.
His ass must look awful. Holy shit! I don't even want to see that.
I'm going to spoil that for you. I was very disappointed. He put like a towel kind of so you can't see his butt cheeks.
Wow.
Like, come on, man.
You're already
Let us
doing
have
the damn
one,
thing,
you know?
Yeah, seriously, give us the whole
Yeah.
topic. But I do think it's a solid. It's not small. I don't think it's small. Let's see.
'Kay.
I think it word would get around if it was small.
Yeah. Well, word's already getting around. Okay.
Oh my gosh, dude! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Drake, this guy has national security level,
Why the
and he's
hell is it
getting
not loading?
exposed.
Okay, let me just do this because this is how I found it.
Oh,
The old faithful. Okay. I'm just going to type Drake and it'll come up. Okay.
oh my gosh.
There's no, you don't need to turn the volume down.
Oh.
All right, so go ahead and mark it so you can put it on the screen.
Jesus fuck. Holy hell.
Bro, I love how the quality on this video is like fucking 320p just because everybody screen recorded it 10,000
Why is
times.
it why is it so floppy?
I know, it's like it's not even fully erect. It's kind of it's flopping.
I think it is erect. It's just so fucking huge.
Okay, at first I
you're
thought it
playing
was
with it, I think.
giant, which it's a nice cock.
Yeah.
I think Drake's got a great cock. But I don't think it's as big as like it first looks. Okay, because I know the tricks of the trade when it comes to dick pics. And you know,
Chris used to take a lot in high school.
anywhere you're
middle
dude,
school.
I used to send so many. You know, he's holding it at the very bottom because you're not gonna hold it halfway,
Yeah.
unless you're really packing. You know,
He's holding like
so
the
he's holding it
balls.
probably on the balls.
Yeah.
you know. I have a video that I screen recorded earlier. Maybe it's a little better quality.
But like right there, dude, he has like, because look at wow, it's flinging everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, look at.
But look at that. Look at when it flops back. It's like that kind of like almost looks like a normal penis, you know?
But it has so much extraness. What the hell?
It's flopping around. His legs,
'cause he's
his
not-
legs are so spread.
Yeah.
You could barely really see his balls.
Oh man, two grown men, no.
His balls are kind of like. I know. Look at us. Who would have thought?
His balls are in.
24.
Maybe you got a vasectomy.
They're pretty,
think
pretty
they did that.
long. I'll say it's pretty long.
You said you have another video?
A little skinnier than I thought. I thought it'd be thicker. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
See this?
I thought it would be thicker, to be honest with you. I recorded on a loop so we could just keep watching it.
Nice, great.
He's got a good cock though.
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
And with the watch, I think it's really good.
Did you ever think you would see Drake?
I just can't believe it. Did he make a face too?
I
He makes a
think he
face.
was. I think he was kind of like,
He's like
mouth open or something.
What's he doing? Look at him. Look at. Is he doing that like?
Look at him. I think he's like, yeah.
Like, is he doing the Drake face? Because he does that face like.
Yeah, I think he is doing that. He is doing that.
Did he send this to his friend? Maybe that's why.
No. No way he'd be jerking
Is
off.
he uncircumcised? It looks uncircumcised. Oh,
I think he's
no,
circumcised.
I think it's darker than I thought it'd be too. Right?
Yeah.
A little dark.
His mom's white.
Oh yeah, that's true. He is like half and half.
Half and half.
That's crazy. He looks more like black than white, I'd say.
Yeah.
But the cock's talking too, you know?
Jesus Christ. Okay. I can't. I'm going to think about that night.
Okay, one more thing. While I was looking at that, I just want to show you this real quick, and we don't even have to comment on it.
Holy shit.
While I was looking at that, I stumbled across this. Hold on. Let me get it ready for you. Okay, here we go. I think I might get an ad here. Hold on. Turn the volume down.
Oh, you're on a porn site.
Yeah. Let me rewind to see who that is.
Is it the fragrance guy?
No, who's that?
Oh.
You'll see, I think.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Stop. It's fucking.
I stumbled
is it
across
Drake
that.
Bell?
Yeah. When I was looking at Drake nudes, I saw
He has a
Drake
fucking
Bell's
cock on him.
nudes. Yeah, he's got a decent.
I heard he's a
wood.
bad guy though.
Yeah, I heard
Not
he's
very
a real
good
bad
things.
guy.
Not
Yeah.
very good things. Look it up.
There's a video of him, like, apparently there were some, like, allegations about him here. So he lost all his clout, and then he moved to Mexico to, like, keep his career going. And he's on, like, a talk show, or, like, it's kind of like The Voice here, but it's a Mexican, like, show like that.
A voice.
And he's dressed up as, like, a shark, like, just singing a song.
Oh man.
And then I think he's talking in Spanish, too.
No way.
It's just, like, the weirdest thing to
Just
see.
like an alternate universe.
Yeah.
I think Josh is
definitely.
doing good. Josh.
Yeah, I feel like he's killing it. He was in Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah,
You're
you're
gonna make
right.
a shitload from that.
Yeah.
For sure. You know.
Literally for at least 2 minutes. That shit took me way out. Anyways, Drake, dick.
What are
do
you
think
rating it out of 10?
Oh, it's great. I think it's great.
Great?
I mean, I think it's great for celebrity because I
Would you
think
suck it?
That was a good gulp.
I think
How'd you gulp that good?
trick of the trade.
Man.
I think
You could suck a golf ball through a garden hose?
I think when you think of celebrity, I don't know. When you think of celebrities, cacks,
Yeah.
are you like?
It's like they're always bigger than I think. Like they're always hanging.
Like the guy in Saltburn, the dancing scene at the end. I'm like, he's got a good floppy.
I feel like celebrities
there.
are like superheroes. Like you don't really think of their dick. You know, like you don't think that they have genitalia. So when they do, you're like, oh shit.
It's like Kim Jong Un in the interview when he says he just like he doesn't poop.
yeah, he doesn't have a butthole. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just interesting to actually see it. Oh my god! You know what? I deleted Twitter, and that's why I haven't seen it.
Oh, you would have seen it
I
for
would've
sure.
seen it. Now I really want
Because that's where I went. One of the first places.
want to re-download
And
it
everybody
now.
was tweeting like a lot of women were like, "Good morning to Drake and Drake only." Like, just shit about his.
Well,
cock
okay. So
being
what do you
nice.
think? How do you think he reacted? Or I'm sure he's like, fuck, you know?
I think at first probably his heart dropped. He's probably like, fuck, you know.
Yeah.
And I think probably by now he's probably just like, whatever.
Like
It is
It's
what it is.
awkward, but it's like, bro, everybody's a scandal.
Sure,
you
he'll
know?
drop a bar on the song.
People seem,
Like,
he will. He for sure will. You know, definitely.
give me a beat here.
That was one of the first things I thought.
Taking a video for my girl and my homies. Click the wrong button. Now everyone go know me. Towel on my asshole so they don't see the asshole. Now everyone's mad when I act like the asshole. Yeah, my dick was exposed. My dick was exposed. Flopping around like a garden hose. Like a garden hose. Late night. Jesus Christ. The spikes are going crazy.
You hit that hoe.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
That
it.
was pretty good.
I try my best here.
That was pretty good.
But
Yeah.
Man, I mean, yeah, I think he'll get over it for sure. Definitely think he'll mention it in a song.
Let's give Drake a penis a dick
Already?
rating. Yeah.
Think
So
it's all
like he just sent that to us for $10.
like 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I think it just had it looked healthy.
I think let's get it all the way hard before you send me a video next time.
True.
I need to see it. But I feel like whenever you see like huge penises in porn, why are they always like never like totally hard?
I just don't
They're
think
always
they can.
flopping, and I don't think they can.
You know? I think it's just so big that it just
Like
can't.
it's just too much weight.
It can't fill up
unless you're like
he's stiff,
taking Viagra,
you know?
which I think is painful.
Yeah.
Like I think it has to have some sort of level of like,
Baby.
which is why I think it's kind of
But
big.
his was real floppy, you know?
Yeah, his was
like
like
a little
dude, like
floppy.
literally he was grabbing it from the bottom and the top
It
was
looked
like
like half chub,
You know?
yeah, I think it was a quick one.
yeah.
Like who's Drake sending that to?
But it's like if you're that famous and you're sending a picture of your penis, wouldn't you think you're gonna make it like optimal,
Yeah.
Optimus Prime? You know?
Who do you think he's sending it to? Like a girl?
Definitely.
Like who's Drake sending?
Definitely.
How is that not getting exposed?
True. You would think? Do you think he has them sign like NDAs before he sends them nudes? Is that a thing?
He's got to only send them to a select few.
Yeah. There was like this famous streamer, and he's not like a video game streamer, but I don't know. He just streams. What the fuck's his name? Addison Rae. Is that a guy or a girl?
Addison Rae, that's a girl.
It's one of those famous like TikTok kind of guys, and he was like he streams with his girlfriend, and I guess Drake was trying to get his girlfriend. They were talking about it on stream, and they were like, "There's some other guy there," and he's like, "Come on, let Drake have his, or let the boy have his girl. Like, what the fuck, you know? You're Drake, you get anybody." You know? And he's like trying to get his fucking girlfriend or whatever.
Like in the DMs, like she was mentioning it.
He was DMing her and stuff.
I mean, okay, real quick, just to the one and only sponsor of the podcast. Maybe you could change that if you wish. Mosaic Apparel. Mosaic Apparel is created by Thiago Ricci. He has not exposed himself on accident. But if he did, God knows it'd be huge. Anyways, he sells shirts, T-shirts, other shirts. Just kidding. He sells shirts, tank tops, long sleeves, shorts, hoodies, hats,
beanies,
everything and that. And
Nice.
he his message about Mosaic is kind of like a mosaic in general. It's a bunch of little pieces to create a beautiful painting. Same with people. You know, we're all individuals, but together we create a crazy community that maybe Winston Churchill might bomb if you guys got too close. But, you know, use code COZY for 10% off, all caps COZY, and an additional 10% off if it's your first time purchasing. So that's 20% off. Free shipping in the 209 Turlock area. So go check them out. Sick ass shirts. Love their designs. And, yeah, back to the video. I feel like you literally could shoot your shot at anyone when you're Drake.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know?
come on. How do you, like, that has to mess with your head, right? Like, crazy.
I think it messes with its head a little bit when he gets rejected now, probably.
Rejected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit.
We know someone who Sage the Gemini has been in their DMs. You know Sage the Gemini, the guy that sings Red Nose? Like a red nose.
Sounds familiar.
Is it? Like a red nose.
Is
Every twerking song ever? No, it's not her.
Oh.
Every twerking song ever, yiking song, it's him.
Okay.
Or like Yikin, the song Yikin. Wait. No, never mind. He's not that one. He's not in that one.
Let me see. I'll put a picture up on the screen.
He's from the Bay Area, but he's kind of a little bit of a has-been, I'd say. Not that I have anybody to talk, but
Oh, damn.
he was in this girl's
Why are you
DMs.
staring at me like that?
I know. He has like colored eyes too, I think, right?
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah.
crazy.
He was in her DMs, and he like DM'd her, and then she didn't respond.
And then he DM'd her again, like double texted, like,
I don't know, a couple of days later, and he was like, "Well, fuck you then," or like, "Fine then," or like, just really salty, you know? It's just like, God damn, that's
Who was it?
crazy. You mark it?
Yeah.
it was
Oh, shit.
Bro, we gotta start covering our mouths like this and just say it like this.
Yeah.
So we don't have to edit in something to
Yeah.
block them out.
Yeah, that's crazy. I forgot
too,
about
so
that
make
shit.
sure you put something
I
in.
think, yeah.
You
mentioned
forgot
it.
about it. Did you know about that?
Well, I thought maybe if she had mentioned it that one time when we were all together
Yeah.
in water.
No, what's crazy is, can you mark this one too?
Jesus. We got all this intel today.
I know has been like DM'd by Soulja Boy himself.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when, but like, I remember she sent the screenshot to like one of our group chats back in the day, and I was like, Jesus. No response from her, but I'm wondering like,
Why?
No response, but I'm like, what if she screenshotted first and then responded? Because that's what I would do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would do that so people, like...
I think it's weird to show my response, too. Like,
Exactly.
It feels weird.
Like, you don't want to show your response.
Because, like, any
you know?
response is kind of weird.
Any response.
You know?
You know?
Hey,
And
how
I'm
are
like,
you or whatever.
sometimes I wonder, I'm like, did she respond to that? You know? And then I'm like, Chris, just don't.
Yeah. Just don't go down that rabbit.
Something I've been wanting to talk about.
You know, probably a few months ago on this pod,
I talked about how you never, like, dry yourself off after the shower.
Oh, yeah.
I think you just, I mean, you're literally dripping wet all over your body when you get out.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what happens. Do you just put the towel on and that's it?
No, I mean, I scrunch my hair because you're supposed to scrunch it when you have curly hair. You're not supposed to, like...
oh, you squeeze it with the towel everywhere or just...
A little bit. I mean, just like do 3 scrunches.
You know what I do is I go, like, with the towel.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're supposed to do that because I think your hair is really weak when it's wet and you could be, you know, losing
Damaging
hair
it
a little bit.
I think for me, I think for curly hair, it's like frizzing it. I think
Yeah.
you could just frizz the fuck out of it. I'm assuming and like knots it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't do it. I actually recently just did it with a shirt because I think you're supposed to do it with like a
T-shirt?
that kind of material.
Oh, so not like a thick ass towel, but like...
Yeah, like a soft something.
Oh, wow.
But anyways,
Are you going to keep doing that or is it just a one-time thing?
no, because then I had to have like a designated shirt or something.
Yeah.
You know, and then I have to wash that shirt because it's gonna get mildewy. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, you have a designated cum towel, right? That you still use after you shower?
Well, the designated one is the one I use.
And you use it after you shower?
Yep.
Still?
Yeah.
You still do that?
Well, what would change?
I just thought maybe you'd have some decency and, like, not dry yourself with
Every
the
once in
same
a while, I
towel.
use your. Even if I do your method of coming in a sock. Sorry, guys.
I
this
don't
is
come in a
crazy.
sock.
I've done that maybe like twice in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had a cum sock.
I have a cum... I usually just use
Oh,
like a dirty pair of
shirt.
underwear
I
And then
can't
I'll
believe
keep
you
coming on
ruined that
it.
running shirt. You're such a bitch.
with the...
The Cougar,
Cougar
Hill.
Hill.
Like, why would you do that? Why,
don't
out of
know,
all the
dude.
fucking shirts, one that has memory towards
I know,
it.
and my mom bought it for me.
And you threw it away, right?
Yeah, it's long gone by now.
You can't even show your kids that.
You know, I could show them pictures from Stanco. That's
Shout-
even better.
Shout out
you know?
Boy Stanko.
I know.
But yeah, just like every once in a while when I don't have a towel, I use like a sock, and then I'll just like.
Do you come in the
No,
sock?
I can't do that. But I know people do that. I don't know.
I've done it a few times. I've
That seems
jerked
like-
off with the sock
But how?
around me. I don't know. You just do it.
Like you're using, like you're over the sock.
Yeah, I'm holding my hand over the sock.
Yeah. Actually, that might be feel
It
comfortable.
feels it's like
I
different.
feel like it's
you
getting
know?
like dirty.
We'll use a clean sock.
No, and yeah, but like the fuzz and like all this shit. Like I feel like at the end, like your dick might be like there's a bunch of sock stuff on it. You know.
Maybe because you have foreskin.
Well, I'm just saying it's wet.
But the what?
Like your penis is wet.
With the semen?
Yeah. Like it's all up.
Yeah, but I mean,
And then it's like a sock, and I feel
well,
like
it's like
that
you come in it and then you just squeeze it off and then you're already clean. You know.
Anyways, that's crazy. I'm still thinking Drake's dick. It's gonna be in my mind for a while.
Honestly, it hasn't been in my mind, but I was just excited to talk about it.
I'm so hyped. That was today.
You're hyped.
Just so hyped
Yeah.
that was a topic.
That's
Like
when I
that
saw
that
the news
happened.
about
Like
it,
what a
yeah.
fucking like, Drake. Like that's like seeing Michael Jackson's dick.
Yeah.
Like you don't expect it. You know, you don't expect
What do
it.
you think Michael's look like?
It was probably black at once, and then at the end it was white.
Do you think that happened with it too? Had to, right?
I was just kidding, but I'm sure.
I'm sure it changed shades, right?
Well, didn't he have like vitiligo?
Is that what it was?
Pretty sure.
I thought he got like surgeries or something.
No.
But I mean, back in those days,
See,
you
the
would
thing
hear
about
so many
Michael is
rumors
like
about
there's just
everything.
a billion rumors about Michael Jackson, so I really
Exactly.
don't know what to
You don't
believe.
know what
But
to
I heard that
confirm.
he had vitiligo, and that's why he would. And like over time, it just got so white that he like did a lot more white makeup. I don't know
Yeah.
about the fucking nose. That's the only thing I don't know.
That
like,
was
I can't-
surgeries for sure.
Yeah, but like I can't understand why. Like, did he just not like his nose? Because he had a wider nose.
I think he had a lot of like abuse and stuff growing up, so
Yeah.
I just wonder like how much his self-image was like messed up by that.
Tarnished.
You know?
And dude, he was
like
fucking,
a lot. Like I think really like verbal abuse and like physical maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
And they were
heard
just
with
kind
the
of
Jackson
used, like,
5.
yeah, because they were like stars, and I think the parents were kind of just like pimping them out as like stars,
like grooming
you know?
them.
Grooming them?
Like grooming them to be stars.
Yeah. Is that how that goes?
Sure.
I thought it was only grooming if you want to like do something yucky.
We can't rule that out.
All right. So what I was talking about
Okay, the whole wetness.
is when you get out of the shower.
Yeah, and then I do a little quick that, and that's
Ham
it.
is notorious for like barely drying himself, and then there's like water footprints all over the bathroom and surrounding areas, and then his hair's all wet, and the bathroom's wet, this has gotten bad because, this was a little while ago, but I heard that somebody slipped and hurt themselves because of how careless you are with your wetness and lack of drying out of the shower.
Oh, Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh,
and had a giant bruise from it that I witnessed with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Dang,
what do you have to say for yourself?
Throwing it real back. Yeah, I mean,
I just want to let you know that your actions have consequences.
I know. I thought you were going to complain about your bathroom. I was like, let's not talk about your bathroom. My sister actually bought a new mat so that it would be a little bit better. Uh-huh. But I still leave hella footprints. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Did you feel bad at all when she fell?
No, I was like, well, you got to be careful.
No.
I did feel bad because, I know it's a problem, but it just feels good. Like, it feels good to be wet almost.
What?
Like, and then laying in your bed and it's a little wet. Like, I don't know. It's kind of gross.
I do kind of like when my hair's hecka wet.
Yeah.
Like, after the shower, and then I lay on my pillow, and then my pillow gets wet.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's just like...
It feels good.
It's just nice and cooling.
And then you're just wet still a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, you're drying off and, like, you're just naked. And then you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
Or, like, you put on clothes while you're wet. It still feels really nice for some reason.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. Like,
because you're like, it's always hella hard to get your socks on.
That's what I was gonna say. The socks is the one bitch part.
Like, what are you doing?
But it's just like a feeling, and because I think whenever I'm out of the shower, I'm clean as hell. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel clean.
Yeah.
So like anything after that is like associates with like this nice cleansiness feeling, this like routine, So it's like,
I can't believe how long you've gone with the cold showers,
dude.
Like, you could have fooled me,
You know what I'm saying?
I never would have thought this would have happened.
Oh man,
I started it. Remember?
You started.
I started in the summer, which in the summer is the easy way to start cold showers because the water's way warmer. It's not warm,
and you're hot, and you're like,
feels like a pool almost.
I'm like, I want to get cold because
it's like a cold pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're hot already, so it's like, fuck it. The winter came around, and I slowly just stopped. I think I started doing warm ones because I was like, fuck, it felt so good just being cold, Or I think when I first started doing warm showers, it was like after jiu-jitsu. So it was like, I earned it. Like, fuck it. I'll cold shower in the morning before work, and then after jiu-jitsu, I would do like warm just as a reward for my hard work, Then, once the devil comes into your life, he starts to spread.
Yeah. The devil on your shoulders, it gets bigger and bigger, heavier and heavier. Yeah. Offsets the shoulders a little bit. Gives you a little tilt, maybe some scoliosis concerns.
Absolutely.
Dude.
And then the warm showers just continued forever now.
You know what they say?
I look back on that, was just so stupid.
You're not going to let me say my saying?
Go on.
I didn't have one. Thanks for saving me.
When I was competing in jiu-jitsu, the only time I've ever competed, I think I told you this already, I took cold showers nonstop for like a month leading up to my competition, thinking like I gotta harden myself, like I gotta fucking be like, I gotta handle the stress.
Yeah.
I fucking lost.
By like half a point.
Yeah, literally by like 2 points each time.
Yeah.
It was like so frustrating, The most like unproductive matches ever.
Dude, you gotta compete again.
I don't think I want to.
Oh.
When because people ask me, like, are you gonna compete all the time? Like, are you gonna compete this next one? And I'm always just like, no. And I'm always just like, I don't think so. And like, I always try to make excuses. Definitely part of it, but the biggest reason is I just don't want to.
You think so?
When I competed, dude, it was the anxiety in me from the moment I signed up. I was just so anxious. I was so anxious. I feel like I have some kind of like imposter syndrome regarding jiu-jitsu. And just ego issues where like I think that I'm not as good as I should be for how long I've been training, And I've always been that way. Like probably since I was like 6 months in, which is when I competed.
Dude, but you're good.
Like, I don't know why I always think I'm like trash. It's like I know I'm like decent, And it's just I think I just have like I've always had an issue with like ego and stuff.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu really exposes
like,
shit like that.
Always when I've been in sports and like skateboarding, like I always just want to be better than everyone. And I feel like it's an issue a little bit. Not that I'm trying to be better than everyone, but it's like I think I compare a lot. Yeah. And it's like it fucks with my head and it makes me nervous. And it's just like why am I showing up to my gym sometimes being like nervous to roll? You know? Like
that's home.
It's just dumb, It's like I'm always like not wanting to get submitted by like someone below me or someone who I think shouldn't submit me. And it's like It's ridiculous.
You don't
know?
think you're like you don't?
I think that's part of the competition. It's like, it's that anxiety, but on a fucking stage and everybody's watching. So it's like, if I make a mistake, I'm gonna beat myself up about it. I still haven't watched my videos from when I competed. I never watched them.
We should right now on the TV.
Because, well, it's on my on the TV. It's on my like hard drive. But
wow.
yeah, I took it off my phone and everything. But I just knew, and after I remember thinking about all the mistakes I made, like easy mistakes, I was like, fuck, like so mad at myself, you know?
Yeah.
I never watched it. I probably will someday, you know? But
yeah.
I don't know. I just get so anxious with competing, and I just don't want to have that on my mind. Like, I feel like I already have so much going on, like all the time with the pod and like my relationship, just trying to balance so many things, and then just adding that. And if I sign up, I'm gonna want to train way more.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't see that happening, you know? I just don't want to, basically.
Damn.
I'm always trying to think of excuses to make, but I'm like, because I know if I just tell people I don't want to, they're going to bug me. Be like, come on, we're all doing it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe be like, part of it that seems cool is like, if all my homies from my gym are doing it, because then it's like, fuck it, we ball, you know?
Yeah.
We're all doing it together. Which was nice when we competed, because we did have a couple. But I don't know. Are you going to compete again?
I don't know. Every time I talk about it, like again, I don't want to, but then I'm always like, I want to.
Why don't you want to?
Just because, again, kind of like right when you sign up, immediately you're like, okay, I got to get serious. And I don't even know what weight I am right now.
Oh, yeah.
What weight I compete at the 180s and under, dude.
Is there a pre-diabetic division?
Go in the Special Olympics somehow?
God.
Okay.
That's too far.
Yeah, sorry. But I want to because I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I mean, I lose, I win, I win.
I feel like you do good.
I do good, bro. I get
Dude, when
second.
we competed together in the last one, I feel like you did really good. I was like, holy shit, you know? Like, that's my dog out there.
That's my dog.
The ankle picks.
That's my dog.
Fuck.
I think I could do decent. I don't, you know, maybe I wouldn't win or
You
whatever.
submitted a guy in competition.
Yeah, I got that.
Was that your first submission in a competition?
No, I think I've gotten like 1 or 2 throughout.
I used to compete so much as a white belt too.
Yeah, I competed like 3 times or 4 times as a white belt, 1 time as a blue belt.
I think it's just the way I handle pressure. You know, I just don't handle it.
I think
well.
it's just telling, which is kind of maybe why that inclines me more to dive deep into it. Like, well, if I don't want to, why?
Yeah.
Because you should kind of want to. I guess not compete, but I guess maybe not competing for the right reasons is probably bad. I guess, you know, or not competing for the wrong reasons is bad.
Do you think my reasons are wrong reasons?
I think your reasons are your own.
No, tell me.
I don't know. I think we'd have to like talk about it for like 40 minutes and like really get deep into it and see.
Yeah.
But like for me, example is like, yeah, like the insecurity of losing, right? The insecurity of confidence to push myself to like be vulnerable and compete, and this unconfidenceness inside me to like practice more. So it's like all kind of unhealthy things.
Yeah.
You know, to be like, well, it's not because I don't enjoy it at all, because I'm literally not a guy that's competitive and wants to compete. Like, no, I know I do. Like, I know I like competing. Like, I liked racing, you know, even though I didn't like it, I liked it, you know? It was scary and shit, but at the end of the day, I never told my coach, like, I fucking don't want to race today. I hate it, you know?
I loved racing, but I would get so fucking anxious.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, dude,
so
those few
anxious.
seconds before the gun. Yeah. Bad.
Dude, the worst anxiety.
Or just warm-ups. Oh, my God. The warm-ups
It'd
are
be
the
sick
worst.
to look at a chart of like max anxiety levels throughout my life and see how that compares to like, you know, those spikes of like anxiety right before they shoot the gun cross country. Holy shit.
I just remember doing like the A skip, B skip, ski skip.
Dude, that was
sprints, and,
nervous too.
You're just like you're just so fucking scared. You don't even
tingly almost, like butterflies in your stomach.
I don't even know how Angel would seem like the worst probably to be before that. But I don't know. I don't remember how he was. Just because he's like, and I guess in his head, I feel like he would be in his head about it, you know? Because I remember I was in my head.
All would just be kind of quiet and like.
But I remember there would be some like Brandon was really good at just
fucking around.
You know. Andrew was taking it a little serious. I know he'd do his warm-ups really good, like by himself most of the time. Like sometimes.
But I think he's probably composed. Like he's a little nervous, probably.
Composed.
But, like, and I think Brandon too. He just handles pressure well. You know.
He's fucking around. I think Andrew and Ryan took it pretty serious too.
Yeah, Ryan's serious too.
Chino,
and I think Ryan got nervous.
Chino was normal, but then fucking something was going on in his head.
He's always like, for no reason.
Oh, man, dude. I was pretty nervous too. I think I would be like, you know, behind you guys, always in the warm-ups, like right there behind, and just fucking scared.
It's hard for me to describe the way I would feel. Like I just remember feeling butterflies, but just like just the way you would breathe and like it almost felt like my face was hot or something. Like, I don't know, just like this weird, like tingly kind of feeling, you know?
Do you hate the amount of times you talk I guess what we do a lot better, but like how we just say like we use our past to still talk about our present, you know?
No, because, well, not anymore. Like, I used to do that so much.
Yeah. Well, I used to be like, oh yeah, I used to run all the time. Like, who gives a shit?
Or like I remember like when I was like 19 and I would go on like fucking Bumble dates, and I remember like talking about running a lot. Like a lot, like probably too much, but it was like I was still so passionate about it because I just graduated, you know? So it was like, it was relevant, you know? And I probably talked about how much I miss high school and stuff. Because, dude, I was thinking about that. Like, we used to be abnormally sad about, like, graduating. Like, we were so sad after graduation, and we just couldn't, like, let it go.
Couldn't accept it.
We'd be so nostalgic. I just couldn't let it go, man. Like,
dude, that was
I just had such a routine. Like, that's what it was. Is like, I loved the routine of going to school, and every single day, no matter what, was like, we'd run together and we'd have so much fun, and we would just fuck around at practice, and like, dude, I would laugh so hard. Like, still, I think that's probably like some of the hardest laughs I've ever had. It's like junior and senior year, just fucking around, you know? God, like the bonding we had, you know?
Crazy.
You know what
I was thinking? I was driving by, I was picking up flowers for Taylor. I asked her to be with my Valentine's.
She said yes?
Of course. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Here's a picture.
I was listening to the Basement Yard. Have you ever done this? Like, actually done that with a woman?
I don't think I put a finger inside of a girl's butt.
Never? Ever?
No.
No way.
It just gets you scared, man.
You just don't be in the butt like I am.
I'm just saying in the butt.
I'm
You've been
so
eating
into
it.
the butt stuff. Eating it and getting mine ate. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like just always post shower though, right?
Always.
Okay.
It's usually a before shower conversation.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, wash your butt. Good.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, all right.
She's like, wash your butt. You're like, mm-hmm. Like, okay. No, don't do that. It's a child show.
You're right. A family program.
And I was driving like in like near Tully and like kind of like this bridge.
Where'd you get the flowers from?
My friend, my old coworker, shout out her. I think it's called Tracy Arrangements on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
Here. And I like talked to her a few days ago and like picked out which ones I wanted. And
oh, that's sick.
nice,
dude, they were nice flowers. They look like they were white and then pink at the end. Is that how it
was just a light pink.
Oh.
So, but I wanted
dude, right when I saw it, I was like, she's going to love it.
Yeah, it was so cute.
Dude, I was so pissed that I couldn't do mine before you did yours. By the time this airs, I'll have done mine, but my girlfriend's gone right now. She's in Disneyland.
Yeah.
But I was just like, fuck. Like, because you were like, what are you doing for Valentine's? I was like, well, I want to ask her to be my Valentine and stuff, like flowers and some other stuff. And you're like, I'm going to do the same thing. And I was like, fuck, you know, but it's fine. I was like, Chris, don't fucking see. That's the ego.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. It's everywhere. Like in everything. Like dude, literally my whole Monday, like morning and afternoon, I was thinking like I should do this so I can do it before him. I swear to God. And I was like, oh, what can I buy? How can I make it special?
Not even to do it for her.
She left on Tuesday, so it was like a time crunch. And she couldn't even hang out. Like she was busy, worked and had to get ready and pack and stuff. And I was like, I could just fucking show up when she gets off work at her house. Like, dude, I was thinking of all these ways.
Just so you can beat me?
And I was just like, Chris, like, stop, you know? Like, I literally was just like, it's not a big deal. Like, so I could beat you. Yeah, so I could beat you.
Jesus.
Not so I could be better than you, but it's like...
It just likes better?
I want it to be more special. Because I feel like it's less special now that you've done it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she's going to hear about it. But I'm like, whatever.
Did you see that Taylor had unsent a message?
Oh, was it about that?
It was a flower. Don't mention it.
I did see that.
Like, let's just wait till he gets...
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank
you know?
you.
I try to help
That's
a brother
good,
out.
man. Thanks.
Saw in the story, though.
You didn't have to, though. Because I'm like, I think I was making it special in my own way. Because it's like, I'm getting together some stuff.
Yeah, it's hella cool because it's
I
just
know
like
she
last second
likes.
and shit. Like, so that's cool and unique. Like, you know, usually people don't do that. So that now there's respect, man. Yeah, that's cool. Fucking dead flowers that you picked on the way. With candy you already have in your fucking drawer. Huh?
The butt plugs, I already got her.
It's in the flowers. With chocolate on them, chocolate covered butt plugs.
God, that'd be sick. I eat it off. It's too much. Dude, it's
then you might
funny. I feel
confuse
like
them.
Like, you might be fooled by this episode, but I feel like I'm starting to become a little more PG on here.
Good.
And trying to curse a little
no,
less.
No,
you know?
I'm just kidding.
Like, when we did a murder mystery thing, I was trying to, like, cuss a little bit
Why?
less. I don't know. Just, like, I cuss all the time and so much. And then
A little new
like,
routine kind of thing.
And I also think, like, when we post clips on Instagram, I'm sure Instagram probably doesn't like it that we're, like, cussing so much and talking about,
like a sailor.
Foul stuff.
Real quick, I was driving around that area.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking, I was just getting, and I always get this way when I pass those kind of roads.
MJC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get like tense and like
tense.
I just get like nostalgic and like sad immediately.
But physically tense?
Like my body, like just kind of like, like I used to do that, you know?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I kind of miss it and stuff. But I actually talked about it to myself in the car because I was
really?
like, I didn't want to keep, because every time I pass it, I get like emotional almost. Like, just being like, fuck, like, I just feel a certain way. So then this time I kind of was like talking to myself about it and being like, okay. I'm like, well, you made like the decision to drop out, you know? And like at the time, I mean, I guess still, it's like, that was the route you chose, and like you gotta accept it. Like you can't be every time being like, oh, you know, I did this and I wanted to do it. Like, okay, man, like, you know, it's over. And like if you want to go back, you can go back, but like until then,
you're young as shit.
You know, exactly. And until then, like, just stop having so much. There's so much
guilt.
Like and weight to it. Like why is there so much weight in this area, in this place? Like I don't even like being around there.
Really?
Yeah.
Like do you try to avoid it?
No, but I just like, because it's so out of the way anyways. I'm barely driving over there. But whenever I drive around that area, I'm just like, you know, just sucks. Because it's just like uncompleted. Yeah. Just like unfinished. It was a different time and all this stuff. And I think I was telling myself, I was like, I think dropping out was was one of the first times I think I ever like gave up on something. Like really gave up on something. In like, I guess the beginning or something of like losing my confidence. I don't know. You know? Yeah. I was thinking that in the car. I was like, I think because that was, you know, before then I was fucking confident, you know? I mean, I wasn't crazy confident, but I was like, I think life had just worked out.
So you felt bad about it, huh?
Well, cause like,
I think it just wasn't working. Like I remember, you know,
it was like I hated studying. I didn't want to do any homework. Yeah. I was miserable to go to classes. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. So much like
resistance to like,
it wasn't like I was like this. I'm a student. I don't feel like a student. But I think before then it was just like in high school I passed all my classes, most of them. I guess you know. I still didn't like studying and homework and stuff. I like figured it out. Always ran, did all my races, graduated, walked the stage. Like everything worked out. Like everything was like normal. Like I'm fine. And I think once it just got to college, it was just like. And the first year was fine. I wish I could relive the first year. The first year was great. Yeah. But once that second year, once it started getting hard, I was just like, I can't do it, and I gave up. I mean, I like gave up and quit and whatever, you know. Yeah. And then I think after that, it was just kind of like. I don't know. I was like, not like sell myself short, but it was like, it's just weird, you know? Because like you just did something different.
Yeah. I loved college. Like looking back on it, there were times where I hated it. Like I remember the first year, I did not like it very much, especially the first semester. I was just like, fuck this. I remember whenever I took an English class, I hated it because there was just so many fucking essays and like too much work. Like I would hate those semesters. But for the most part, I liked it, you know? I think I just do really good with, like, having a routine. And I love being in school. Like, I like learning shit, you know? Sometimes it's hard to, like, be disciplined to, like, fucking go to that Zoom class in your bedroom, you know, on your laptop. Or, like, to study when you need to study and stuff. That part was, like, hard. But, like, I loved being in the class and, like, surrounded by people my age and shit. And just, like, I feel like I met a lot of people, like, surprisingly, you know? I met a lot of people. I don't know. I liked the routine. It was fun. I love learning shit. Obviously, how I always go on my tangents about shit that I've learned, you know?
I did like, just because, like, in my first year of college, it's like you just had so many different classes.
Random shit.
Like, cool-ass classes, you know?
Oh, yeah.
History was fun. Humanities was fun. I think there was one I really liked. It was...
I did like those a lot. Like art appreciation.
Yeah, something with
drawing, like random stuff was so fun.
It's not human. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, actually, it was probably humanities something, and then I took another humanities of something else. You know, math was cool. I like math. You know, it was sick. I mean, I hated the homework and stuff, but like, I just loved knowing. because I knew, and I just love knowing about it. I'm like, oh my God, I know, See, I hate talking about this in the past. But
why? Because you're getting sad now?
Well, I just talk about the past. I'm like,
Who cares? We're on a podcast.
Yeah, sure.
It's about us, Yeah.
Do you feel like you picked the wrong, like you didn't find the right subject maybe? Like area of study? Or do you just think it was just studying and holy shit?
Did you feel that? See that?
That's your transmandible joint.
Oh. I don't know. I think I'm just not disciplined. Like, even if I went back today, I wouldn't pass.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's self-sabotage, but I just wouldn't pass. Like, I just know I barely want to do shit now, you know? Maybe I need to push myself or whatever, but I just know I'm not ready if I wanted to go back. Like, I need to be different. I know I'm, like, almost the same person. Not the same, but if anything, I'm better. Like, I've grown as a person, but life's just harder. So I kind of balanced out. Yeah. If I went to go to school right now, I
remember in high school thinking, like, I would, like, towards the end of high school, I remember always thinking, fuck no, I would never want to be a teacher. Like, fuck school, I hate it. Then, like, junior and senior year, I started really liking school. And I just loved, like, running and just the whole thing. Like, I was just, like, a student runner, like, fucking athlete, And I remember seeing, like, we would go do our workouts at the junior college in our city. Yeah. In the winter when our track was all fucked up. And I remember seeing, like, what was the Spanish teacher that was Asian at Enoch's? Mr.
Spanish teacher that was Asian?
Yeah, we had one. Mr.
Nguyen? No, that was a math teacher.
No, I don't remember his name, man. But he would be there running. Like, he was in a running... what's it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
He was in a running club in Modesto. And they would be there doing workouts, like, after, like, we both were just at school, but he was working and I was a student. Yeah. But, like, he's running just like I am, and I was super happy. And I remember just thinking, like, I could do this for the rest of my life. Yeah. Like, just the routine of, like, school, run, and just be happy. Running made me so fucking happy, dude. Yeah. I swear. It was just, like, so much peace and love from that. Like, I was so happy. Here we are, dwelling on the fucking past again.
I fucking hate that shit.
But I feel like I'd still love to be a professor.
I just remember specifically, like, I love to, like, honestly, like, the vibe of walking from class to class was nice. Yeah. I had my backpack on. It was a little chilly, a little foggy-ish, and then
I think you would have loved, like, university after junior college. Yeah. Like, it's just, bro, they have the crazy-ass gym there, top of the line. It's just nice.
And you just get to meet so many people. I love being able to, like, oh, who's in my class? Who am I going to talk to?
You'd have loved it.
I love socializing and meeting, and, like, as you're passing by and stuff, like, being nice to people is, like, really fun, And I think the only thing that I get, because I could always go back, I think the only thing that I hate, which is not a good thought, is that it's such a unique and small group. Actually, it's smaller probably once you're older. But, like, it's just different when you're, like, going in college like 18 to 22. Like, it's just different than going to college when you're like 28,
What do you mean? Like
you're not, it's not the same, I guess. Like, it's more, I'm grinding.
I think it is different.
And I think when you're like in that age, it's like, I'm grinding, but I'm also like, the world's mine, and I could meet a bunch of people, and like, we're all in the same age, and we just all graduated high school, and like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, and like, we could hang out and like go to do different things because it's lit. It's fun because you guys are all young. Yeah. I think it's a 28-year-old. You come back and you've seen some things.
Like, I'm here for a fucking reason. Yeah. Like, I'm here because my life's falling apart, probably. I'm here because I need to get my shit
I'm here because I just worked an 8-hour shift.
Exactly, dude.
Damn, so respect to the people who come back.
I met a lot of people like that, too. Like, in my classes that were like, I just got off fucking 8 hours shift, and now I'm here. Or they'd be, like, getting off graveyard, bro.
Imagine how pissed you'd be to see a fucking, like, 18-year-old, like, failing, and you're just like, fuck you. Probably me. Like,
fuck you.
I'm literally 18, 17 in college.
I'd be so cool with them. It's so weird to imagine being in their shoes. Like, they're like, even like, I would know people like in their 30s or 40s, and they're like shooting the shit with me. Like, we're like hitting it off, And I'm like, damn, imagine talking to like a fucking 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Just out of high school. Like,
I feel like I could relate with and like talk with anyone, no matter what age.
Yeah, there's always something I think you could take from it,
Okay. Do you have any other topics? Because I want to move on from this.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you want me to look for a topic?
They had a couple.
I have a lot, but I'm just trying to think of what I remember. I want to talk about this. I've been watching this World War II documentary on Netflix. Uh-huh. And I just feel like such a boomer, like being interested in something like that, But it's crazy because it's like, one, it's bringing back a lot of, oh, fuck, here we go again. It's bringing back a lot of like shit that I learned in high school, like in history and stuff. But no, it's just like, it's all this World War II like footage that's been like colorized. So it's like, it looks like so relatable now. Because before it was just like shitty ass footage that you would see in class or whatever. But this is like so real. Like you're like immersed in it. It's so crazy, dude. It's nuts. But there's just one part last night that I like was watching and I was like, oh my God, like war is just fucking insane. I was watching and basically like Hitler and Germany, Nazi Germany was starting to like they had taken over so much. Like this was basically at like the peak. And I think they had started to like, they lost a few like major kind of battles.
Yeah. They were so close to taking up over all of Europe,
Africa,
right?
They were in fucking North Africa. They had all of Europe basically, and they were going into Russia. Like they almost took Russia.
If they would have taken Russia, I think it would have been.
I think so.
Done.
You know,
like what other major?
And they almost took
United
all
States
of
and
Africa
Japan
too, the entire continent. Huh?
What other?
And then Japan was also like on the Axis powers, which were like, you know, the bad guys.
Oh really? Oh shit.
Definitely the bad guys. But yeah. they were like the Axis. They
were
on
like our side
meeting with
Hitler. Or who were we
stuff.
on side with? Cause
so we were like, it was first like we didn't get involved for a while.
We were
like, this is
I think it was the
Europe's
last
war.
2 years or something.
So there were 2 or 3, something like that. It was Europe or
The whole of Europe.
It was okay. On our side was England, the UK.
The Atlas powers.
Where's it? No, Axis, Allied. We were the Allies.
Oh, yep.
The Allied powers.
Overrated.
Okay. Come on, Chris. It was us. It was Russia. It was Italy ended up coming to our side, but they were on Hitler's side with Mussolini.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was a dictator, but they got sick of his shit and they like overthrew him. And then they came to our side. So us, UK, Italy, France was on our side. Even Canada joined at one point, dude. It's gnarly. And then Russia. I think that's it. Poland, like the Polish too, but they're getting attacked. But yeah. But there's this one part, right? So like Germany had lost like a few. Fuck. You just spilled water on my couch. Germany had lost a few like big battles. And I think Hitler was feeling threatened. So he did like this crazy ass speech saying like, we need.
Wait, I thought Russia and. Sorry, I thought Russia and Germany were together, and then Germany like betrayed Russia by trying to take it over. Am I tripping?
No, I don't think so.
Or maybe they just I think that was the
maybe
beginning.
You're confused because Russia was like they were an ally, but we always kind of knew that Stalin was like kind of shady.
Yeah,
he was kind of like a dictator, which we frowned upon. And then after the war, we got into like the Cold War with Russia, where it was like us against Russia, and like then they kind of became like an enemy.
But I think wasn't that the bigger downfall of Germany was that they tried to conquer Russia and then they failed, and then it was just like bad from there.
That was one of their big fuck ups, is they attacked Russia in the winter, and Russia's like one of the coldest places. Like
so they're like home court advantage.
Yeah, and they got fucked. Like they got like stranded in Russia, and like hell of Germans died, and then. The last few of them like surrendered.
They used the technique, I can't remember, but where they would like
scorched earth policy. That wasn't even in the documentary. I just remember from high school.
Is that when they would like go?
They like burned everything.
Yeah,
and just left the Germans.
And then as they were following them, they would have like less and less supplies, and then they just died out.
Absolutely.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. Okay, but what I'm trying to get to is just like one of the gnarliest things that I don't know what to talk about because it's crazy. Germany had lost a few big battles, right? And I think Hitler started to feel like, oh shit, like we might start losing, you know? And so Hitler did like this crazy like speech, and he was like, conscription. And he basically was saying in that he was like, we all need to like come together. We need help from like everybody in Germany, like women, like families, like help us like make ammunition, like support us however you can, basically. He was like putting out a whole thing for like all Germans to help. And Winston Churchill, the prime minister, I think, of the UK.
I think he was goated, right?
Yeah, I think he's pretty goated.
And then they didn't like
elect him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
he was done like after the war and shit. Like they didn't need him anymore. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak on that.
Some crazy ass speeches, I think.
Yeah, definitely. His little hat.
I think he was the one that was under rule when they were like they would use like trains and stuff, like tunnels
Subways?
to seek shelter and stuff when they were getting
I think
bombed
they
for
did do
hecka
that.
long.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They
keep
would
going.
hide in the subways and stuff.
And then he did like a speech for that, I think.
Probably.
It's like, you may drop 17 bombs a day, but you won't break our spirits or something.
Something. There's got to be something.
Right?
I'm sure. I haven't seen anything, but. So when Hitler like told Germany to, saying his name is almost like the N-word. Like I just every time I say it, it's hard to even say his name.
Yeah.
But when he gave that speech, you know, hyping up Germany to like help the war effort, Winston Churchill made the decision to fucking just bomb Germany, like to bomb specifically Hamburg, which is like I think maybe the capital, but a giant city, which is where our guest is from.
Wow.
That we had from Germany.
Shout out, Mary.
Yeah, shout out Mary, RTM, right? I was just trying to name her app, but I can't remember it.
Mary.rtm.
I think so.
You're
Anyways, so Winston Churchill gives the fucking, he makes this plan to bomb Hamburg. So it's like he's not bombing like where the troops are. He's bombing civilians. So he decides to just bomb the city. It's like bombing San Francisco.
Yeah,
or
a war
LA,
crime.
You know? I know, damn near, right? Because there's
No,
supposed to
that's
be
a war
rules
crime.
in this. And he made the decision. Yeah, he's like, okay, like we're gonna burn down the entire city basically. So he had all these fucking like hella planes from the UK fly over, and they dropped like hella bombs that were meant to just spread fire, and they just burned the fucking whole city down. And the first time they did it, 45,000 people died, like civilians, not like troops. These are just innocent people. Dude, when I saw it, I was like, holy fuck, I never learned that one in high school. Like, where was that, you know? And then...
Yeah, that's why he wasn't reelected.
Okay, so they did that. And if that wasn't enough, right? They did that. 45,000 people gone. Civilians. They went, like, the soldiers went back to fucking England. And they get called in by Churchill again. And Winston Churchill's like, okay, so their city's down to, like, this... post office basically, or like kind of like a mail like distribution area or something like that. They made like a fortress in their base, not even like a fortress. That's where like the whole city was burnt, so all the like people left went in there. It was like a shelter basically, like that's where they're getting like food and shelter, whatever. 60,000 people in there. Churchill says we're gonna hit that, and they do the same thing. And they fucking bomb the fucking dude. And I didn't say how many people died, but there were 60,000 people in one fucking building, basically. Dude, my jaw dropped.
Because you expect like a butt or like a
Holy
warning.
shit. Well, dude, it's like in school, your whole life, you just learn that we're like the good guys, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
What was that?
there's so much blood
Like,
on
so he
someone's
just,
hands.
in his head, he was probably like, oh, like you're going to ask for your civilians for help? Well, what civilians?
Yeah.
Or just like a message
I
like,
think he just knew that's where all their help was going to come from, and it just weakened them. And then after that, he just like ramped up everything. Like it was like Normandy, D-Day, and then they just kept going. So like they couldn't even catch a break.
fuck, so that was
you
just
know?
the beginning.
Dude, so fucking gnarly.
So, like, dude, like no
Jesus
one wins in fucking
Christ.
war.
No,
Like,
nobody.
You know, like just imagine how pissed you would be. Like you're not even involved and you're fucking getting bombed.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do
Dude,
anything.
Literally, nothing. I
Like,
did nothing. I just live here.
And fucking
you know?
and Churchill gets to live and
Yeah.
and Hitler gets to live.
It's
Well, I mean, he
fucked.
killed himself, but you know,
Yeah.
like they get to live, but I'm getting fucking bombed.
It's gnarly.
Like,
they
I ju-
have sorry.
No.
They have like people that fought in the war too, like Americans and British and even German too, like both sides, and they have them like doing interviews basically too,
Oh,
like
shit.
saying what they're going through. It's crazy because most of them were just like being older. I think a little older now, and seeing it colorized and hearing what they have to say like firsthand. It's like, dude, they're just like us. Like literally the way they're talking, and they're just like, I was so scared. Like you would go on these missions just knowing you're probably gonna die, and if you came back, it was like you knew you were just fucking lucky, but then you had to go do it again, and it was just like
Yeah.
a nightmare, you know? Gnarly.
And like even to finish off and be alive, like you're never the same.
Dude, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Have you seen those pictures before? I remember seeing them in college, like, or maybe in high school too with Garber, but it'd be like one picture, a picture of the same guy.
Yeah.
But it'd be like, I think 5 years apart. of him just being through like I think World War II or World War I, and he just like wrinkles, like you could just tell he's aged.
His eyes
like,
too are all crazy.
Aged like 15 years in like 5 years. Like
I forgot how much.
Yeah, his eyes are like sunken in. It's just like
history
the stress and shit.
We learned how much history videos we learned. I remember watching a lot of history videos, and I think and Mr. Rogers and Garber and all that stuff.
It's just crazy because it gets me thinking about like I think all of high school, dude, all you learn about is fucking wars. I'm like, I remember just thinking like, Jesus Christ, like, can we learn something else about fucking history? Like, Jesus, you just learn about the bad shit, which I guess is like
important.
It's important, I guess, to learn like. I think
you're learning the bad because you're living the good, I guess.
That was pretty good.
Right?
That was pretty good. You know? Yeah, I mean,
but it would be nice.
Do you think
to be
it's
like,
necessary to learn it to the extent that we did, like all this stuff?
I think so. I just don't think it was. Maybe I just don't think they're handling it the right way too. Because I mean, I feel like a lot of people in high school don't give a fuck about history.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
I don't
true.
think anybody.
And
I cared a little bit sometimes. It was like sometimes, but most of the time, it's like it's just more shit I have to memorize.
And I just don't think they're using it to its like. They're
they
not
could do
approaching
better,
it to be like, this is why it's really important, and like this is why it's relatable, and this is like things you got to watch.
Once was I told or taught like we're learning this because never never did I hear that or like have that explained like why we're learning. Yeah. It's just like, okay, this is what we got to cover. Let's talk about it.
And I think it'd be nice to be like compare like the past with the present. It's like, oh, look at the past they did this stuff, and then the present they're still doing certain stuff. And be like, oh shit, like we have to actually kind of watch out for that, you know? Yeah. But then I think it's like, yeah, I don't know. But it's interesting because I think if I went back to it, I would look at it with. If I went back to school and learned about history, I would look at it way differently. Yeah. Be like, what can I compare it to, and what can be, you know? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Just at the time, it was just like, bro, just learning about like shit that's happened. Who cares? I think you just think like, oh, it's never gonna happen, and like again, or like it's not happening, and like, why do I even care? You know? Yeah. There's a couple scenes of like full frontal nudity of males in there too. Like while they're getting ready and stuff. Yeah, like there was one point when the Germans were in Africa, and apparently, like for most of the war, the Germans were like just so above like all the other armies and shit, like. They were just very advanced, and they had submarines before everybody else, and like they surprised everybody with that because nobody knew. Yeah, they just were really like advanced, I guess. And when they're in Africa, they started getting like really cocky, and it showed the scene of like things were so easy for them. They were just like playing soccer and fucking like just fucking around and swimming in like lakes out there, and they were like naked swimming in the lakes, which is interesting. So I'm like, damn, back in the day, I feel like it was just more normal to just be naked. Like swimming or like my mom told me when she was in high school they had locker rooms and they would shower. What the fuck? Just your mom back in the day in the 20s or in her 20s. The 20s? In her 20s. No, but she would say like in after PE in like middle school and high school they had to shower, like they made them shower. Oh shit! And she said there was a teacher, I forget her name, but the PE teacher's name was like Miss. It started with an L, like. I don't know, something. Sure. But they would call her Miss Leslie, like lesbian. Was she? Because the teacher had to look at them. Like she had to look at them to see that they were wet to be like, okay, you showered, you're good to go. Oh, like they had to shower. They had to make sure. Remember when you had a shower in sixth grade camp? I didn't go to sixth grade camp. Yeah, I know. Piece of shit. I was so pissed. I was pissed. I wanted to go so bad. Why did you go again? Sorry. Our school just had like budget cuts, so they just couldn't send us because they didn't have enough money. Yeah, couldn't afford a bus. I'm just like, dude, because my sisters went, both of my sisters, and I remember thinking that's so cool because they were gone for like a fucking week. You would love it. They were gone. Dude, I would have nerded out so hard. It, bro, it was nature. It was fun. We showered all together too. Dude, and Lindsay went. She said it was sick as fuck too. I'm like, cool. God, like, come on, man. Learn about the stars. Learn about the. Do that. Shit. Didn't you go in like caverns and shit, like caves? Caves you couldn't even see in front of your face. I would have loved it. It's cool. I would have loved it. All right. You could have become. You should have become a. You didn't think about becoming a sixth grade camp counselor. I do remember when they were doing it in high school, and I was like, yeah. I totally rejected it. I don't even know why. I wasn't even open to it dude, at fuck all. That shit. But I would have. I should have. I would have loved it. I think I had a few people I kind of knew who did it, so I could have like, you know. I think. Like, hey, what's up? I've always struggled with that. Like, again, like looking at my past, like kind of like feeling old or something. Yeah. So I think I remember at the time being like, I think I want to be more sad, because I'm looking at like all these like 8th graders and being like, oh, like I'm a high school and older. But I would have loved it. You know, it's like, it's acceptance.
I remember in high school, I really wanted to be a running coach when I got older.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I haven't even thought about that in so long. But it does seem kind of nice. Like, I remember our coach having a big influence on us, you know? Mm-hmm. And I looked up to him a lot, even though he's crazy. In some ways, but he's cool, you know? If you're watching, shout out. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that would be kind of cool. I just don't have that kind of time. Is the biggest issue. Like,
yeah, it's like
that's
2-3 hours.
So much time.
And every weekend.
Every day. And then, yeah, races on the weekends. It's like, fuck. Like, I don't have that kind of time.
That's what I thought about, too, with jiu-jitsu, like being a coach. It's like, let's go to competitions and shit every weekend, you know?
Not every weekend, but pretty often.
But, like, if your student's competing, it's like you want to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Competitions, like, every other weekend. And it's like, it's nice for you to show up, you know?
I think that'd be cool. I think it's easier for me to do that just because it's something I'm like doing right now.
It,
like, yeah, you know.
Maybe in San Diego, when JG San Diego opens up.
If they ever.
You know?
Yeah. Anyways.
All right. Well,
ready to cut it there?
Yeah. Hour 6 is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Almost at 1,000.
Comment if you went and looked up the Drake video, or if you've seen it already of his penis.
And what do you think about it?
Yeah. Let's hear that. I'm curious to see. Because I was just like, I wonder how many people our age, like, actively look for it. Like, they hear about it and they're like, I want to see it, and then they look for it, you know? Because I feel like it's probably more than we expect. Like, actively Google it or go on Twitter and are like, you know, looking for it.
It's just interesting because, like, I know his homies are either flaming him or, like, just not mentioning it. I guess it just depends how close he is with his homies.
Yeah, I feel like the ones that aren't as close are just not mentioning it.
Yeah, like Boss Drake, you know?
The ones closer is like, what the
like,
fuck?
if it was you guys and we're all famous, like,
yeah.
My first video next would be I expose myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Oh, my God, I want to be famous so bad. Yeah. Isn't the homies?
One day. I don't even want to be famous. I just want to, like, be able to do this and live by it.
Yeah.
Money.
But, you know, I always think, like,
I want this to be my job, you know?
I want to be, it's almost like finding a good woman and, like, not, and being a piece of shit, you know? It's like you're not ready for it. But like, you know, finding a good woman in like 4 or 5 years after you worked on yourself, you're like, I could keep her.
I'm glad we haven't just blown up.
I'm glad we just haven't fucking got famous and just.
No, but I feel like it's true. Like with the people that just pop off right away and then they fucking they don't become anything.
Yeah.
Or
they're not disciplined.
Because it's like, you didn't work for it, you know? I feel like building it up kind of slower is like the way to go. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you're ready for it. No.
All right.
Anyways.
Well, see you guys. Love you.
Later.
Peace.
All right.
Nice.
Good stuff. We're getting so good.